We have some big breaking news that just broke. Fubo is suing Disney, Fox, and Warner Bros. Discovery, alleging its new sports-only streaming service that will come out this fall. They'll give you access to things like ESPN, FS1, and other sports-focused channels is anti-competitive. They're trying to either stop this service or to be allowed to offer a similar package. This is huge. It has a big impact on the long-term future of cord cutting and television in general. And they don't just stop there. They say these companies have for years undermined their business, stolen their model, and hurt consumers. We're going to be breaking this all down real quick in a breaking news. This is too big to wait until tomorrow to give you my thoughts on it. First though, hey, real quick before we get into it, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people. Hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of television and still watch what you enjoy. All right, let's dive into it. Fubo today filed a lawsuit challenging these companies. It goes really in depth on this, but the summary of this is that Fox, Disney, and Warner Bros. Discovery have acted anti-competitive by blocking Fubo's desire to launch a similar sports-only package. It's this bundling thing I've talked about for years. If a cable company or a streaming service wants to offer ESPN, they also have to offer Disney. If they want FS1, they need to offer Fox News. If you want TNT, you need to carry CNN and all the other content. But now these companies are cutting out the middleman. I talked about this last week, getting rid of the need to go to a Fubo or a YouTube TV or Comcast or Spectrum, and this fall you'll be able to subscribe directly to them to get access to ESPN, local Fox and ABC channels, and other sports-related content, Big Ten Network, SEC, games from TNT and TBS, and more. Now, Fubo is arguing also here that they've been not treating Fubo very nice. We reported quite some time ago that Fubo has to pay more than many of their competitors. And in this lawsuit, Fubo says they have to pay between 30 and 50% higher than their competitors. And this is kind of one of those big issues we talked about last week. Cable companies have a clause for some of the big ones that says no one will get a better deal than what they have. Also, Fubo being independent can't, for example, with Sling TV, bundle its contract talks to Dish or DirecTV to DirecTV Satellite, or Hulu with being Disney may begin unfair treatment. So they've argued that they've had to pay more money to get their content than their competitors. They say that's one more example of how these companies have not treated them fairly and are hurting the consumers. They say this service will actually in the long run hurt consumers by reducing competition by cutting out the middleman. Let's be honest, Fubo is in a real position here that if this service is successful and launches, it could undermine them. They're a sports-only service, and they already are missing TNT and TBS. This service will have it. That maybe this will be the nail in the coffin that puts Fubo under. Fubo is still not profitable. It's been about 9 years since they launched, and they've done a lot, and they are improving profitability, but they're still not profitable. If a lot of their customers jump ship and go to this new sports streaming service from Fox, Warner Bros. Discovery, and Disney, that could hurt them. I also suspect that other companies will join up on this service. It wouldn't surprise me to see NBC join and Paramount join it. And now you have a streaming service with pretty much every major sports channel and none of the other channels. And that will allow it to be significantly cheaper. Because if it's not, if it's $50 or below, I think it'll work. If it's $50 or over, I think people would rather go to YouTube TV, Fubo, and others, because then you get even more channels for an extra $20 or so. But we'll keep a close eye on this. I do suspect that this will have a major impact on the future of television, no matter what happens here. If Fubo loses, there's nothing to stop Disney and Fox and Warner Bros. Discovery someday completely cutting out services like Fubo and YouTube TV and just going direct to you. Why do they need to offer their channels through even cable companies when they could sell it directly? We're already seeing that basically with Disney Plus. Why need to allow your content to be on other platforms? In some parts of the world, the Disney Channel and other channels have shut down and directed people to Disney Plus. Well, and we saw that earlier when Disney Plus launched. They pulled back their content from other streaming services. If they win this and there's no legal challenge to them being able to just say, hey, guess what? If you want to watch ESPN, you have to go through either this bundle service that we own or the new ESPN direct-to-consumer. Those are your only two options. It's no longer on cable. It's no longer on satellite. It's no longer on YouTube TV. In theory, they could. In the short term, that would probably be a bad move, but you could see a day in the future where they make that move when they are in a market position to do it. If Fubo wins, this could free them to, or Disney to be forced to give Fubo permission to offer a just sports package. Now, do we end up with YouTube TV, who has in the past said they would like to offer smaller, skinnier bundles, Fubo, Sling, and others, and suddenly only having, hey, subscribe for $35, $40, and you can get all the sports channels. That could create a price war. We'll see how this all plays out. Or do we end up in a place where Fubo wins and they dissolve this and we're right back to where we were, where you have the model where you have to go through cable TV or a streaming service like Fubo or YouTube TV as it is today. No matter what happens with this lawsuit, this is a massive impact on the future of cord cutting and television in general and sports. We'll be keeping a very close eye on it, but I want to know what you think. Who do you think will win this? Maybe who do you think should win this argument? Should Fubo win? Should they be allowed to? Should Disney be allowed to? They're a private or company or public trade, but they're a company. They own their content. They get to decide who has rights to sell their content, who doesn't. Leave me a comment. What's your thoughts? Or is this anti-competitive, as Fubo is alleging? They did hire a very prominent law firm that's represented places like Facebook before in similar lawsuits. They're not going out lightly, but I'll be honest, if they lose, and Disney can do this, and Fox and Warner Bros. Discovery can do it, it will be a serious impact on the future of Fubo's likelihood to become profitable. Well, there you go. Breaking news. Let me know what you think of the breaking news format. Me jumping on here more often when major stories like this happen. This one's a major one. I don't think people fully appreciate the long-term impacts of it yet. I think they'll settle in over the next few days. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. If you like this content, make sure to watch all of our videos. We do reviews, how-to guides, and more every day here at Cord Cutters News. Well, every Monday through Friday, we do a Cord Cutting Today show where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, like this. We also answer your cord cutting related questions. So if you have a question related to this topic, leave me a comment down below or in the first pinned comment. I'd love to hear from you. I try to pick a few questions about this. A few questions I think will come right off the bat here. Let me answer them now. When will we get some type of ruling on this? Could be years. Honestly, the service is probably going to be out on the market long before this is dragged out. There's a slight chance that Fubo may win a temporary injunction to delay the launch of it before this runs through. A few lawyers I talked to were a little skeptical of that. One, though, thought it was a real possibility, so we'll see. Who do I think will win? That's a tough one. I'll need to study this. I could see arguments on both sides. I think there would need to be more to this case than just Fubo saying, well, it's unfair that they're launching this service and we can't offer a similar one when Disney, well, Fox and Warner Bros. Discovery owns it. Their argument, though, is that, hey, they've engaged in a long-term practice to not treat us well, charge us more than our competitors, basically undermine our ability to do business. If that sticks, if they can show some type of long-term effort to destroy their business, then maybe they have an argument. We'll have to wait and see. Well, that's it for today. Take care. Be safe. I'll be back again tomorrow with our regular Cord Cutting Today.